So, hi, I am going to do a pineapple upside down cake, and what I want to do is I want to experiment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you the recipe of what I'm going to be using as far as making this pineapple upside down cake. And so it calls for 4 eggs, 1 cup of packed light brown sugar, 1 20-ounce pineapple in a can sliced just like this, 10 cherries, and 1.5 cups of cake flour. You can use Biscuit, that's what I'm going to use. 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 4 teaspoons of salt. You can use the kosher salt too if you want. And then a cup of white sugar, a tablespoon of butter that's melted already, and also 1 teaspoon of almond extract. You preheat your oven to 350 and it should bake for 30 to 35 minutes. So let's begin. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the canned pineapple. Then I'm going to use the real pineapple because I want to see what the difference is as far as the taste. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and start mixing these ingredients. I'm going to go ahead and do the dry ingredients. And the dry ingredients, I have to sift it. So I'm going to go ahead and sift it with the sifter. And so this is going to be the cake flour, which is the Biscuit. So I'm going to go ahead and measure this cake flour. And I want to, let me see, I want to, let me get a spoon real quick, because I don't have one. So I can scoop out this Biscuit. Okay, here we are. So, what I really wanted to do was, I like to experiment on different things. Mike would say I'm a woman of all trades. I do a lot of things. I'm just very curious about a lot of things. I ask a lot of questions. And I like trying things, trying new things, different things. So that's where I'm at now. All right, so that's 1 cup. And then it calls for 1 1⅓. So 1 1/3 would be actually 1/2. 1/3 is going to be less than 1/2. So, okay. So we're just going to do this one. Scoop that in here, like so. Okay. All right. There we are. Okay. Now, after that, I am going to do the 4 teaspoons of salt. So I'm going to use the kosher salt, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up, and I'm probably going to do like 2 or 3 of these. 1, 2, or 2. We'll do 2. Okay. Also, 1 cup of sugar. So I had my sugar here. Where'd it go? Oh, it's over there. Let me go get it. Okay. So we're going to do 1 cup of sugar. But you know what? Let's go back. I'm going to do one teaspoon of baking powder, and I already got the salt in there. So I'm going to sift that because I don't have to sift the sugar. Okay? So let's go back here and do the 1 teaspoon of the baking powder. So here we are. 1 teaspoon of the baking powder. Okay. There we are. Okay, I already got that in there. We'll go ahead and sift it. Okay, I'm probably going to make like 2 or 3 of these, so usually I would double or triple the recipe, but today I don't think I'm going to do that. Only because I just feel more comfortable doing it this way. It's up to you, whatever you want to do, if you want to do it that way or or if you just want to do it the way I'm doing it. Okay. So the reason why recipes ask to sift your flour is also because there's always little rocks in your flour. And I'm already almost done here, but if you notice, I'll show you right now, these little rocks that are in the flour, and you don't want to have rocks in your flour, in your mixture. So let me show you right now. I'm almost done here. So if you could see, there's these little rocks in there. See, so you just want to get rid of those because you don't want your flour having rocks. All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead. So if you notice too, it's really nice in there. See how it's all sifted? It looks like sand. It's just really, really, really nice in there. Okay, so now we're gonna do 1 cup of sugar. Now I'm ready to do the sugar. Sugar you don't have to sift. It's only like the flour and baking powder, salt, or baking soda that you have to sift. So I'm gonna do the sugar. And it calls for 1 cup of sugar, so I'm going to do 1 cup here. Okay, 1 cup of sugar. Okay, almost done here. I should have got my other bigger spoon. There we are. That's about it. Yeah. Okay, so 1 cup of sugar. And I mix that in there real good. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and mix that real good. This is going to be the cake for the pineapple upside down cake. Okay. Then, after I'm done here, okay, that looks good. Oops. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the butter that's melted. So I just melted some butter in the microwave. So I got to do it again. Take a few minutes. So then I'm going to do the almond extract. So I could do the almond extract right now. So I'm going to do the almond extract. So that's 1 teaspoon of almond extract. All right, there we go. Got the butter. Pour that in there. And we're going to do 1 teaspoon of almond extract, which is this one. Okay, then we're going to do, okay, mix that real good. Usually I would use my mixer, but this time I'm just going to do it by hand. Okay. And, okay, we're going to do the eggs. It calls for 4 eggs. So I'm going to go ahead and put the eggs in there. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and beat the eggs. Okay. Because one at a time. Yeah, I think that makes it come out better when you do that. So I'll pour 1, and then I'll do it again. It's going to be number 2 egg. Okay. Okay. And then I'll do number 3.
Lisa, is that alright if I get some chocolate donuts?
I got interrupted by my sister right now. She wants chocolate donuts. Yeah, Lorraine, I guess, but I was recording right there, so if you guys just hold on 1 minute here, I gotta get something, rearrange my recording. All right, let me see. I might be moving around. She interrupted me, and so that's like a YouTube.
Oh, sorry,
YouTube's not gonna like that. So okay, go ahead, go. Get it.
Okay, thank you, Lisa.
Okay, so. Hopefully that'll be okay.
Sorry, Lisa, I didn't mean to.
Hey, quiet, be quiet, because it's recording.
I'm sorry, Lisa.
All right, so then, anyways, so you mix this real good. I did all the 4 eggs, so I'm going to mix this really good, okay? All right. And let me throw my egg eggshells away. Okay. Alrighty. You want to mix it like, that's why you want to use the mixer, because I don't want to like mix it real fine, you know. I think, you know, doing it by hand is easier and better. Okay. Okay. So this is what it comes out like. Okay. This is going to be the batter. This is the batter. This is the batter, but this is what's going inside the cake pan, or the round cake pan. I'm going to use a round cake pan. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put brown sugar in 1 cup, because the brown sugar I'm going to need for the to use for the bottom of the pineapple upside down cake. Okay. Here we are. So like I said, I'm not a professional, but I have been doing baking for a lot of years. I like to experiment. I sometimes don't like to use recipes. I like to eye things instead of using measuring cups or measuring spoons. I know the proper way is to be using your measuring spoons and cups. So I'm not going to tell you to do it my way. You do it however way you're more comfortable. But I'm going to go ahead and set that right there. And I'm going to go ahead and get the round cake pan that we're going to use, okay? So here's a round cake pan that we're going to use. I already sprayed it. And I also have these other pineapples that I'm going to get that I'm baking right now, actually boiling. Which is not ready yet. Okay, so the reason why I'm boiling the other pineapple slices that I have is because that's from a fresh pineapple, and I know there's not that much juice in it. So in order to, I believe, this is my theory, for it to taste better is if maybe I put a little bit of brown sugar and butter in it and juice it up and get it boiled so that it gets a little bit softer, because it is going to be hard. Okay, when you use a fresh pineapple, it's going to be hard. The middle's always hard, and that's where I got to cut out to put the cherries in there. But with the can, you don't have to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and place the brown sugar. I'm sorry, not the brown sugar, the pineapples. Okay. So I'm going to lay them all across this round cake pan. Okay. And then I need to put cherries in there. I have my cherries in here. Okay, so I got my cherries. I'm going to go ahead and put my cherries in there. Okay. And I'll show you right now what I'm doing. For some reason I feel that I never go by the rules, and I should. Alrighty. So as you can see, that's how I did it. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and pour the brown sugar on top. I think maybe that goes on the bottom. I don't know. I'm guessing. Okay. The brown sugar is going to go there on top. Okay. Okay. That's why it's called pineapple upside down cake, because you got to flip it over whenever you're done. Okay, brown sugar's on top. Okay. Now, for those of you that get on the internet and look up your own recipes, that's good. I do that too. But like I told you, I like to do my own thing. Okay, so now I'm going to pour the batter. All of this cake batter inside here. Let's see. Got it real good. Some other, I noticed recipes of pineapple upside down cake calls for a yellow cake mix. which I never tried, but maybe that would be good too. I don't know. Okay. So now it's all done. Here we are, see? I'm going to put this in the oven, 350 for 30 to 35 minutes. Okay? Once it's done, I'll take it out. I'm going to prepare the other batter for the fresh pineapple slices. And then once that's done, then I'll show you. And we'll find out which one tastes better. Okay? I'll be right back.